Honeybees, scientifically known as Apis mellifera, are among the most interesting and important insects in the world. These small, flying insects are known for their role in pollination and honey production, but they also have a range of fascinating behaviors and social structures that make them a subject of intrigue and admiration. One of the most remarkable features of honeybees is their complex social structure. A typical bee colony consists of a single queen, a few hundred drones, and thousands of worker bees. The queen bee is the only female in the colony capable of laying eggs, and her primary role is to populate the hive. She can lay up to 2,000 eggs per day during her peak production period. Worker bees, which are all female, perform various tasks essential for the survival of the colony. These tasks change as they age, including cleaning the hive, feeding the larvae, collecting nectar and pollen, and defending the hive. Worker bees also produce wax to build the honeycomb, a task that requires them to consume a significant amount of honey to produce the wax. Drones are the male bees in the colony, and their sole purpose is to mate with a virgin queen. They do not have stingers and do not participate in nectar and pollen gathering or other colony maintenance activities. After mating, drones die as their reproductive organs are ripped from their body during the process. Honeybees are extraordinary foragers. They can travel up to 5 miles from their hive in search of nectar and pollen. They have an exceptional ability to remember locations and can communicate the direction and distance of food sources to other bees in the hive through a unique method known as the waggle dance. The waggle dance is a form of communication unique to honeybees. When a worker bee finds a good source of nectar or pollen, she returns to the hive and performs a dance on the honeycomb. The angle and duration of the dance convey information about the direction and distance of the food source relative to the sun's position. Honeybees have a remarkable sense of smell, which they use to recognize different types of flowers and detect pheromones. Their antennae, packed with olfactory receptors, are the primary organs responsible for their sense of smell. This keen sense of smell is crucial for communication within the hive and for finding food sources. Honey production is another astounding aspect of honeybees. To produce 1 pound of honey, bees must visit about 2 million flowers and fly a distance equivalent to more than twice around the world. A single bee would only produce around 1/12 of a teaspoon of honey in its lifetime. Honeybees are vital pollinators, playing a crucial role in the growth of many fruits, vegetables, and nuts. It is estimated that 1/3 of the food we consume each day relies on pollination mainly by bees. This makes them an essential species for global food production and ecosystem health. The hive is a marvel of insect architecture. Bees build their hives by constructing hexagonal wax cells, which form the honeycomb. This hexagonal structure is incredibly efficient, providing the maximum storage space with the least amount of wax. The lifespan of a honeybee varies depending on its role. Worker bees typically live for 6 weeks during the active summer months, while drones live for about 8 weeks. The queen bee has a much longer lifespan, living for up to 5 years under optimal conditions. Honeybees are able to regulate the temperature of the hive. During the winter, they cluster around the queen and shiver to generate heat, keeping the hive at a steady temperature. In the summer, they collect water and fan their wings to evaporate it, cooling the hive through evaporation. Queen bees are created, not born. When a new queen is needed, worker bees select several young larvae and feed them a special substance called royal jelly. This diet triggers the development of a fertile queen, rather than a sterile worker bee. Honey has antiseptic properties and has been used for medicinal purposes for thousands of years. This is partly due to hydrogen peroxide, which is produced when bees add an enzyme to nectar. Honey also has a low pH level and high sugar content, which contribute to its antibacterial properties. The sting of a honeybee is a defense mechanism, but it is also fatal to the bee. When a bee stings, its stinger, venom sac, and part of its digestive tract are left behind in the skin of the victim. This results in the death of the bee. Beeswax, produced by worker bees, has been used by humans for various purposes, including candle making, cosmetics, and as a component in food and pharmaceuticals. Beeswax is a byproduct of honey production and is secreted by glands on the bee's abdomen. Honeybees have 5 eyes. They have 2 large compound eyes on either side of their head and 3 smaller ocelli eyes on the top of their head. These eyes are adapted for different functions, with the compound eyes used for navigation and the ocelli for detecting light intensity. The genetic makeup of honeybees is quite unique. They have a haplodiploid system of sex determination, where females are diploid, having 2 sets of chromosomes, and males are haploid, having only 1 set of chromosomes. This system leads to some interesting genetic dynamics within the colony. In recent years, honeybee populations have been declining due to various factors, including habitat loss, pesticides, and diseases. This decline poses a significant threat to global agriculture and ecosystems, highlighting the importance of conservation efforts to protect these vital pollinators. Honeybees are capable of learning and memory. They can be trained to associate certain colors or scents with food, demonstrating a level of cognitive ability. This learning capacity is vital for efficient foraging and navigation back to the hive. If you learned something from this video, please leave a comment below, click the like button, and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.